I think, okay, I need to move on, but I just cannot imagine what I would do differently if I stay in Taipei. Then I saw maybe a Taiwanese guy who was working in Indeed, Japan. It took more than 3 months and 7 interviews. I almost gave, to be honest, I almost gave up because it just too long. For money, Japan definitely not the best choice. And in terms of life quality, I definitely recommend Japan. When you talk about Japanese company, we often think they are more conservative. They want to make sure everything is well considered and planned.
So yeah, Ting, welcome to Designing Japan. Thank you for being here. Maybe we could just start by hearing a bit about yourself and your background.
Hi, I'm Ting. I work in Japan for more than 6 years. Currently, I'm user researcher for an online education kind of platform.
Yeah. I think the company that you work at is quite unique. Like there's not many ed tech companies in Japan that are that big and that have UX researchers, UX designers working for them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about your work in Japan. But you're originally from Taiwan, and I know that you have a lot of experience in UX and design in general. So can I first ask, like, why you got into UX or design originally in the first place?
Well, actually, when I started my undergraduate, my major is biology, so I make
Wow.
a kind of big change.
Yeah.
And so I start. I know I've been very interested in design since I was a child, little. So when I designed my master degree, I just decide I will study something about website, something that is very related to e-publishing, digital content. So I studied digital publishing in UK. So that's the kind of starting point that get
Wow. So
me
you already
into.
like left Taiwan and you went to the UK to study digital publishing. Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Nice. And then you started working in design after that?
After I graduate, after my master degree, I just work for about half a year as web designer in UK. And then I just came back to Taiwan, worked as mobile app designer for a news company. And then I changed my career job to a travel company. So I'm a product designer designing a platform that sell different kind of travel products, tours, hotels, something like that. And sorry, it's a bit long. So, and I also love startups, that kind of entrepreneurship, that kind of cultures. I decide to join another. Actually, the travel company is also a startup. I'm a kind of starting member, like the first 10 members there.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then I worked for about a year and I changed to another startup. Then that startup is more like they are like helping clients to build their new digital apps or websites. So then I can touch different kind of projects from fashion to gaming and finance, like kind of trading products as well.
And you there that was sort of design as well. They're all design roles.
Oh, well, then in that case, I'm more, at the very beginning, I'm still a product designer, UX designer. And then that in the middle, I decided to kind of move on to more user researcher perspective that because I want to, I've been web designer, mobile designer, product designer, UX designer. Then I think I want to move on. I always want to explore different perspectives, aspects of UX. So then user researcher. And then since then until now, more than 7 years, 8 years, I've been doing research for quite a while.
Wow. Yeah. So you've experienced everything basically within
Yes,
UX.
yes. I still remember I need to code,
Wow.
code a
Yeah.
website. So I don't
Yeah.
remember anything now, but yeah, I was
Yeah.
moving
You're the
from
UX unicorn.
unicorn. Okay, that's an interesting word.
And I remember that because we first met in Tokyo when you joined the very first meeting that we had for Tokyo UX Meetup. And then, yeah, we ended up hosting events together for quite a few years. But you were always involved in that sort of community building or even like startup ecosystem before Japan as well?
Yeah, because my background is nothing about design. So when I decided to change my career from biology to design, I know I need to learn. I need practical experience. So when I was like working for a company, meanwhile, I went back to my university. I mean, Taiwan, and there is like an incubator center.
Mm,
So I've been helping students there who need some UX support. So in a way, it's for me to practice different kind of UX skills. So
mm,
yeah, so in that sense, it's kind of community. I provide this kind of support, and I can learn a lot of. I can meet different kind of people,
mm.
and yeah, yes.
Nice, nice, nice. So you're
Mhm.
sort of like helping people who are in a similar situation to you when you decided to switch careers from what you
In one way,
studied in. Yeah,
yes. Also,
yeah,
yeah, I help
yeah.
students who need some skill, but I also help people who want to learn UX.
Mm,
So
mhm, mhm.
yeah, both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you were in the UK for a little while, and then you're in Taiwan, and you worked in lots of different roles within Taiwan, and now you're in Japan. So yeah, can I just ask a bit about initially, like what got you interested in the possibility of moving to Japan?
Good question. Uh, I think I've been before I decided to move to Japan. I've been in Taipei for almost 7 years or 6 years, and I'm the kind of personality that I get sick of something really quick.
Yeah, me too.
And oh, great, that's why we are friends. And then when I was the previous company, and I think, okay, I need to move on, but I just cannot imagine what I would do differently if I stay
Mm,
in Taipei. Then I think it's a Taiwanese Facebook UX designer group. I
mm,
saw some maybe a Taiwanese guy who was working in Indeed Japan,
mm,
and he just shared a post like his team was kind of looking for new designers and researcher. Then, oh right, I can just go to Japan, and I've been love Japan since my like a teenage. I think I travel to Japan every year if I have the chance and the money.
wow, every year. Wow.
Since I become since I start to work, so
Yeah.
I basically visit Japan every year, and then I think I want to explore more the Japanese culture, and I want to have different kind of travel experience. You can do it if you just stay there for 1 week or 10
Mm,
days. Then move to Japan, partially because I want to see there to have different UX jobs and different
mm,
lifestyle. I mean, and then yeah, so the other thing is to have different lifestyle, and I want to
mm,
experience or yeah, have different kind of experience in Japan, life
mm.
experience.
Wow.
Hmm.
So there were sort of two things. You were feeling a bit stuck in Taipei and that you didn't see what the next step was. And then you were also really interested in Japan and you went on a holiday every year. So it was a good match, the sort of idea of moving to Japan and working. Nice, nice, nice. Hmm. Did you, so what was that? Why were you so interested in Japan and going every year beforehand? Can I hear more about like what interests you? Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a bit maybe animation. I think
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I can feel from those who visit or move to Japan, 50% maybe they are a fan of an idol, or they are otaku or anime lover. Either way, so I'm the anime side.
Ah, okay.
So I always love animation.
Okay. So that was your sort of initial reason to be
Yeah,
interested. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Nice,
Mm.
nice. Wow. And then you traveled like every year. And so you must have been around a lot
Mm.
before as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And so you saw the guy from Indeed posting on the group. What did you do after that?
Oh, right. I started to search jobs through LinkedIn. And I also contacted a lot of headhunters
Mm,
from Japan. So
Was that
basically,
easy to like find
mm,
headhunters or find jobs?
unfortunately, the company I'm working is still since then. Actually, it's not through headhunters. It's
Hmm.
just myself searching LinkedIn, like UX and Tokyo and job. And
Yeah.
luckily, I found a guy who just posted, "Hey, my team needs a UX designer." Then I just sent DM message to the guy
Wow. Okay.
who actually is still my boss now. So
Wow.
so
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm very lucky to have to find him to find
Wow.
this.
So it wasn't even like an official job on LinkedIn. It was just like a post, and then you message him.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a hidden job. Sometimes when you want to hire someone, you need to go through a long process. You need to report to HR, and HR need to find the right hunter or right platform for you. So I think it's very beginning of the team. It's a kind of new team in my
Mhm.
company. So my manager just decided to post it first. He maybe, of course, he maybe also ask HR for help, but he also posted there. So I think that
Nice.
one
Nice.
is a really, for me, is the most efficient way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you like when you found that post? What did you think? What was your reaction?
Because I think in his email, no, sorry, the post is like, if you are interested in these positions, feel free to message me. So I just send my message, and we arrange really quickly, a kind of private, online meeting. Not through the HR, just me and my manager. So then we had a 1 hour ish conversation, and he feels, yeah, we can move on with the hiring process. Then he contacted HR, and then HR contact me. Then I just went through all the hiring process.
Wow. And then you got the job.
Mhm. Yeah, it was not very easy actually. I've been through 7 interviews.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
After that first conversation, there were still many other interviews.
Yes,
Okay.
and 2 reports. But it really
Oh, well, like
depends.
right.
My company is that kind of company want to have a proper long interview process to make sure people you will work with can have a kind of meeting interview with
Mm.
you. So I need
Mm.
to first, of course, a casual meeting with my manager. The next one is my manager and the designer manager. And then the third or fourth one, 2 engineers. They're kind of IT lead. Then kind of, I don't know the English, bujo, no, the bujo, but
Mm.
before bujo, like a
Department head. Yeah.
fuku bujo,
Oh, assistant
uh,
assistant department head or
assistant
something.
department. Yeah, yeah.
Lots of hierarchy. That's quite common,
So,
I think, for
and
Japanese company. Yeah.
yes, and then last is the top, the head of the department.
Yeah.
And the
Mm.
last is the head of HR. And then that's the
Ah.
last
Okay.
last. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
overall, oh my god, it took more than 3 months and 7 interviews, 2 reports to finally get me there. I almost gave to be honest, I almost gave up because it just too long.
Wow, that's
Mm.
amazing. Well, how? Because you'd already like worked in a lot of different companies in Taiwan and also in the UK. What was that experience like? Was it surprising to you, or was it similar to the past experiences that you had?
You mean working for Japan?
Like interviewing, if you interviewed for other companies in Taiwan or UK, like how does it compare?
Too long here. Japan is in Taiwan and UK basically 2 or 3 interviews. Then that's 3 is kind of maximum for my past experience. So I didn't expect to have 7.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
can't do it. I can't do it again, to be honest.
Right, but you pushed through it, and then yeah, you got the job. Nice. And how long did that take? Because you said that you started searching on LinkedIn, and you contacted headhunters. So how long did it take from when you started looking to when you found the position?
Okay. I think about, I think I started looking for job December, maybe in December, and then in the end, got an got the offer in by the end of March.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 months. If you count those like portfolio preparation and the kind of your resume, maybe six months in total.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And then how long after that did it take until you got to move to Japan?
Okay, so I got the offer by the end of March, and then it took me another 3 months to get the visa
Wow, that's
to
quite a long
to
time.
enter
Yeah.
Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So all up March, April, April, May, so June.
Oh,
June the
it's
following year. Yeah.
so almost maybe 8 months, nine
Yeah, yeah.
months. Yeah.
Right, nice. Okay, so then yeah, you moved to Japan as you were sort of dreaming about. So what was it like when you first moved here? Like your first time living here instead of being here as a tourist?
Oh, I think the first day was nightmare. And not because of Japan, the environment, it's because of the government. I don't know how to call that process, but you need to go to a city hall. We call it siaksho to register you that tell them that you are here and you want to register here as a resident in
Mm,
this area. And at that time, I was not very good at Japanese. So it's really hard to fill in those forms because the form has a lot of things about your pension,
mm, mm.
what kind of bank information, your mobile phone. I don't have that. I didn't have those stuff, but I need to register those stuff. So I don't
Yeah.
know how to start with that, to be honest. So the
Yeah,
first day
yeah,
was
yeah.
like I'm like running to a bank and they told me, oh, we need your mobile phone, but I don't have mobile phone, Japanese mobile phone. I don't, so that I visit the mobile phone shop and they told me I need to have Japanese bank in order to apply for a mobile phone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how
Yeah,
to
never
go,
ending. Yeah.
never end, like here and here and there, here and there.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I really hope,
Wow.
I really hope there is a kind of assistant or a kind of supporter to help
Yeah,
me
yeah.
on board Japan
Yeah. Was that
comfortably.
because I know like I was talking to Jamie before and in the first
Mm.
episode, and he obviously works for a bigger company, and they actually have like people who help with the onboarding and things like that. Does your company have a lot of foreign employees or not?
No, I heard from my boss that I'm the first foreign staff that
Wow. Okay.
were interviewed outside, I mean, abroad, outside
Mm,
Japan and came to Japan without visa. I mean,
right.
without
Okay.
other previous visa.
Yeah.
I came here with the visa they give me. And
Mm.
so they have no idea how to support me, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I know that people after me, they have good support, like helping them
Okay.
find a
Yeah.
house, rent a house. I mean, and also process all those things.
Okay. So you got to help the people who came after you, I guess, by being the first one. Yeah, the guinea pig.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no one helped me. So that's why it was a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Wow, okay. And yeah, you were saying that on the like at the beginning, your Japanese wasn't that good. So did your job require Japanese?
Ah, the reason they hired me because the new team is it's building international or global products.
Mm,
Target users are not Japanese, which means
mm,
the platform is English, and my team members are all not Japanese persons. So it's okay, but of course they recommend us to study Japanese because
mm.
90% staff is still Japanese. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do
yeah,
they offer any sort of support to help you learn Japanese?
yeah. If you want to get the full time, how do you say seishain?
Like a
Um,
permanent employee? Yeah.
permanent employee, you need to have N2 level certificates, the kind of score. Otherwise, they will give you a contract
Wow, okay.
yeah, as a contractor. But luckily, out of my interest, I took N2 10 years ago. Like, when I was still, wow, like a university student, like, no, nothing. I love anime, so I took N2. So luckily, they still, okay, accept that. So I started as a permanent, employee, but
Mm,
I know my other foreign staff who, like, just got hired like me, they started as contractor if they don't have. into, especially if
Oh,
they are from Western countries, not like people from Taiwan. We also know kanji,
yeah.
so it's kind of easy for us
Unfair
to,
advantage, yeah.
yeah, it's easier for us to take N1 or N2 actually, to be honest, because there are a lot of kanji we can
Yeah.
guess.
Wow, but I've never heard of that before. Like changing the employment status based on whether you have the JLPT is quite unusual,
That's
I think.
what
Yeah.
happened. That's
Mm.
what my company decided to do. So,
Mm.
but they give you full support, 100% support if you want to go to a Japanese school. I mean, like online
Wow, that's
learning,
nice.
or
Yeah.
you want to hire a tutor. I mean, for you,
Mm.
for yourself, they support
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Okay. Right. So yeah, so you came to Japan, you had the nightmare process of of making the bank account and making the phone and everything. And then after that, I guess you sort of settled into life and your new job. So yeah, what is it like working? I mean, at the beginning, maybe it's different now, but at the beginning, what was it like working for a Japanese company in design?
Oh, well, but it's hard for me to compare because this company is my first company in Japan and it is still my company now. So I cannot really compare the differences. And I only know the difference between my previous company in startup and here. This one is a rather a bigger company with more than 800 staff.
Mm.
So I can see they have really comprehensive training system. Like
Training. Ah,
training,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
like first year training, 3 year training, and every year we have retreats. It's like a
Nice.
team
Yeah.
building activity that have twice a year.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, you said training. What's the training about?
Let me think. Oh yeah, it's like a study group. They will give you assign some books you have to study, and those books are related to our business,
Oh, okay.
our
Mm.
products. And then it's a kind of whole day training. You need to share your idea, write a 1 page report. And in that training, usually you have the chance to talk to CEO. He will spend like 1 hour. You can ask him questions, or he can share his idea about the future of his company.
Mm.
So it's really interesting because maybe because I spend my other companies are startups. It's all like maybe 10 members and until like
Mm.
30 or 70 staff. We don't have that kind of comprehensive system
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to kind of for
Yeah.
talent development.
Yeah, maybe it's also because it's an edtech company, they invest more in the education and
Oh,
training of the
possibly.
employees. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the retreats and offsites are pretty common for Japanese companies to go like
Mm,
with your team to an onsen or something for a few days to work on some project. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So what was it like as a designer, like in terms of your actual work
Hmm.
compared to your previous experience in Taiwan? Was there anything different about how they approach design?
Okay. Luckily, I didn't really have problems, or I didn't have any difficulty. We use in like for example tool. We use Figma. We used Slack 6 years ago. Since I think this company has a very nice advantage or culture. They accept new technology, new trends, like now AI.
Mm.
Last year when we know there's a chat GPT, we quickly applied it. We quickly use Gemini, ChatGPT, Notion AI, every kind of AI, and there's no problem. Like, I know some big IT company, maybe like Rakuten or some, they care about the security, so they are
Mm.
very careful about any kind of new tools. But my company we embrace new
Mm.
innovation and like trends. So
Mm.
in that case, I feel really lucky working here compared to my previous companies.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like it's just sort of right in the best place because you said you get the benefit of the proper training and the offsites that you don't get at a startup, but then it's also agile enough to be able to implement those new technologies when
Yes,
they
that's
come
a
out.
cool right word because sometimes when you talk about Japanese company, we
Mm.
often think they are more conservative. They want to make sure everything is well considered and planned before they make changes. But here back my company, I feel it's really good in
Mm.
terms of embracing new tools. And I like the word agile, so I think
Mm.
that's a I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No,
Mm.
that's really good to hear. And what about, I mean, I think hearing lots of other designers working in Japan, there's often um, differences in the way that teams approach design, like what expectations they have for like a UX designer or UX researcher. How did you like, was it easy for you to be a UX designer or a UX researcher? Did you have to like teach people what that is? Did they already know what it is? Like, what was the culture around UX like?
Well, you know what? It's so funny that I need to do all this you just mentioned, like educate your maybe engineers, educate your stakeholders that UX is not just the look and feel; it's a overall process. I need to do that back in my old six,
Yeah,
seven companies,
yeah.
but as I said, it's so surprising that the company I joined, they just embrace, they just love new trend or they are so agile. Every engineers they know about they know the UX and they
Mm.
are happy to support. I even invite them to help interview for me.
Oh,
So
nice. Yeah.
they
Hmm.
won't doubt it. They just say, yeah, we love user centered that kind of concept. So they have no problem. I don't need to persuade. I don't need to work
Mm.
hard to persuade anyone here.
Mm-hmm.
So my challenge now is like how to really involve them efficiently, effectively, that they see the value of like giving their time to UX work, UX tasks. So it's actually more UX center, user centered here in my
Mm, yeah.
company. In my company, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not necessarily a Japan issue. It's like a whole world issue. And then within the companies that you've experienced in the past, like the one that you're at now in Japan is actually probably more mature than some of the Taiwanese companies that you worked at before. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah. That's really good to hear, I
that's
guess.
why I'm still in this company.
Yeah. It's a long time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the longest company that I stay. Usually I
Yeah.
only work for 1 to 2 years for a
Hmm.
company, but then
Yeah,
here
they
is
must be doing something right.
seventh year now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you said that like there's not many foreign employees within the company, and yeah, there was like language barrier. But you said you're also involving the engineers. So what is it like when you're communicating internally?
Oh, yeah. My Japanese is not as fluent as you. I think the way I communicate is I try to visualize my materials slide. I use Miro to
Hmm.
make sure, pictures tells more than just words. So I
Mm.
try to visualize everything I want to share. One, in my team, there's a project manager who can speak English. So she's like a kind of translator or kind of help me when still remember when I just joined after a meeting, she will give me a kind of summary.
Mm.
What is the challenge or what is the conclusion, and she just spends some time with me. I really appreciate that.
Well, yeah, that's really nice to have someone like that looking out for you and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
helping.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And then I think that's a really interesting point how you were talking about like visual communication and how it's easier to like get ideas across. I think yeah, even if you speak the same language, then that can be a good thing to do, right?
Yeah, yeah. Especially in my situation, I really need that kind of tools
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
convey to make sure my points can get closed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. So yeah, you've been there for six years now.
It's
7 years. Oh,
seventh.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anything like changed within that 6 7 years, like about how you feel about
Mm,
work here or about design?
actually, there I can see 3 stages or 3 phases in my 6 7 long experience here. The first stage, maybe the first 3 years, I'm working. I was more like product designer or UX designer, to be honest. I need to do wireframe. I need to do research as well, and for online learning platform. that's the first phase. And then second phase, I moved to another platform. It's a kind of a platform supporting the learning platform, because we sell this product to company. I mean, like online learning product. The DMU, decision making unit, is their HR person. So there is another kind of backend kind of dashboard for HR person to monitor how
Mm.
their employees are like learning, how many hours, what courses they learn, that kind. So then the second phase, I moved to that product team, and
Okay,
it's
this is very different.
B2B. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
B2B products. The learning platform itself is more like 2C. We
Mm.
serve product to learner, but the second phase is more B2B product. So it's the first time that I help B2B products. It's so different from 2C. There are so many user needs that you won't come up with because
Mm.
so niche. Like they want to make sure, maybe for example, their employee only learn during daytime. How do you
Yeah.
design that kind of system to kind of limit the time they log into the platform? Wow. So
Mm.
there are so many weird, I shouldn't say weird, but very unique needs only for a company. For other company, they maybe have different needs. Maybe they don't care about the time,
Mhm. Yeah.
or they care about maybe they don't want their employee take courses during work time. They want them only to learn during weekends.
Mhm.
It's so yeah, it's quite different
Mm.
B2B products.
Yeah.
And
That's the second
now,
stage? Yeah.
yeah,
That's
the
what's the
second
third
stage,
stage?
and the third stage, since last year, to be honest, I was very, very sick of user interface. Yeah, just so sick of it. Always like, can you click the button? Can you find the button? Can you understand the UI? But so I shared this with my manager, and he said, why not maybe try another team? It's called content team. Content team create courses.
Mm.
So I started my research tasks for content, for courses.
Mm.
It's
So the
so
content is
different.
like, it's like a design for employees of big companies who want to upskill?
Well, you can say so, but we also have to see it. The platform is just there, so you can
Mhm.
be employee from big company, or you can just be a 2C user who pay by yourself. You just log
Okay.
in and to learn some business skills. So both sides, and then the content. And then my question changed from just can you find A, B, C to do you like the speaker? Do you like the color? Do you understand the whole structure of this
Mm.
story?
And
And it
did you
just,
learn anything, right?
yeah, do you remember what is the learning point?
Yeah.
And I think it's much, I mean, I cannot, it's interesting now. And for me, it's something new. I want, as I say, I'm very sick. Very easy to get sick of something. And I'm so sick of user interface for the past 10 years. So
Mm.
then since last year or last 2 years, I moved to content team, and my stakeholders is not engineer or project manager anymore, product manager anymore. It's well, how to say that? Animation designer
Mm.
and instructional designer and directors.
Mm.
So it's quite different stakeholders.
Like a film director type thing.
Yes.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
they're like
different.
holding big camera, very
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
cool guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that must be a really interesting experience as well.
It's whole new thing, yeah, they are very different from engineers. They know
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, maybe they know, but they are
Yeah,
not engineer. They know the UX
yeah,
methodology.
yeah.
They are more creative person.
Mm.
They have different framework they work to work.
Yeah, that would bring with itself, like, a whole new challenges, I guess.
True, and different ways of
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Awesome, okay. And I
Mm.
also I think that you've moved around a lot, like, since you came to Tokyo, and you know, from a few years ago, I think you moved, like, further out. Like, what is your I know that there's been 3 stages in your career, but what about, like, your life in Tokyo and in Japan? Have you witnessed any changes
Oh,
there?
okay. And I think it's about where we live. I mean, in Tokyo, Tokyo is really big. And up back a little bit. Luckily, I can do remote work,
Mm.
especially when the year I came to Japan. 6 months later, it's Corona, the
Yeah.
pandemic time, and my company quickly changed to remote mode. Everyone can just work from home. So I think I have like 3 years remote work, but
Wow.
now it's
Yeah.
getting a bit strict. Now I have to go to company 2 to 3 days a week,
Okay.
and because of this system, well, at the very beginning, I live in Ikebukuro,
Okay. So very central.
very central. It's a Yamanote line, and
Mm.
it's Ikebukuro. It took me 20 minutes to go to my company because when I just joined, I have to go to company nearly every day.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, and that time I just joined Japan. I have no money. I have some money, but you haven't got your first salary, so I choose a share house. I
Yeah.
live in a share house. I
Mm-hmm.
think most of people like me who just moved to Japan tend to choose share house because you don't need to worry about a lot of appliance, or don't need to buy
Mm.
furniture. You don't need to
Mm.
worry about the Wi-Fi. And
Yeah, and it's easier to
yeah,
get the contract as well, right?
yes. You just need one. Just bring your luggage and
Mm.
everything's there for you. And then Ikebukuro, very vivid, a lot of people, a lot of travelers, tourists. So I enjoy that kind of life. And then since Corona, pandemic, we stay home.
Mm.
So I think share house was just impossible to
Yeah.
work.
Mm.
No, everyone stay home, very loud, very hard to work and focus. So I moved to the other side of Tokyo, maybe east side.
Yeah.
I moved to Shinagawa,
Yeah.
and it's a one room. So I have my own kitchen and myself. So just myself. I really enjoy that kind of peaceful life. And
Mm.
luckily, I don't know why you were also around that area. I think we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
live about one station to each other. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
surprised to find it. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think we visit each other during that time quite a while, quite a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of on the edge of Tokyo. So there's a river nearby, so it's quite green and quiet. So it was a very good place to be, I think, during COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then now you
Mm.
live quite far away, right?
Yes, because I stayed there for a while, and after I got married, I need to, expand my house. I mean, the place I stay, because it's only one room. I can't. We are two people now. I need to have at least two rooms because he also did remote work. He's also a
Mm.
UI UX designer, and if we stay home, we work. We need to have separate house. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
to meetings, and yeah. So then I moved to far away to the,
Yeah.
I want to say, west side. I think it's west part of Tokyo. The I live in Higashi Kurumeshi, a city,
Mm.
and the next one is called Nishi Tokyo, West Tokyo. So here is the west side of Tokyo, and it takes me 1.5 hours to go to my company now.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
But I love this place.
Why? Why do you love it?
First, the rent is lower. It's much lower, nearly the same rent for this place, but it's 2 rooms and twice the size of my
Mm.
previous one room. It's very close. It has a lot of green here, a lot of nature. Still
Mm.
Tokyo, but I can't believe it. There are rivers and there are a lot of farms and really big trees.
Mm. Yeah, I think particularly like the Ikebukuro, or like you mentioned, is like super concrete and there's very little greenery, so it can get very tiring to live there after a while. So I think,
Well, if you were like in your 20s, you would definitely love Ikebukuro, like city girl, city boy. But now I'm like a 30-ish, 30s. I want peace. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
want
yeah.
peace of life,
Yeah, and I think
peace of
because
mind.
Tokyo offers whatever you want, right? There's so many different neighborhoods, so much choice in terms of where you live. So yeah, if you're thinking of coming to Japan, then yeah, you can have a lot of fun looking at all the different neighborhoods and deciding where to live. I think.
Sure.
Um, awesome, awesome. So yeah, it seems like you're very happy with your life in Japan now. You're very happy with your company, and you've also found a really happy place to live. Yeah, it sounds good.
No, that's not a
No,
story. It's, of
no.
course, maybe I only share the positive side of my job and my house. But of course, life here as a foreigner is not always about happy things.
Mm.
You always have some difficulties in terms of communication and in work or in your private life. And also, even I try to stay positive, I can still feel sometimes in a week, I feel so hard to take everything. I just want to run away. I want to escape to a
But what
mountain to
can
hide.
can you share
Uh,
an example of what that is that makes you want to run away to the mountain?
I guess it's like accumulated
Mm.
problem that there's no like someone really bad to me like in my company. Everyone is nice, and it's Japanese culture. They care about the I mean, how to say that stuff. You have to think about others, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't be just in to yourself. You need to care
Mm.
about others, care about the whole atmosphere, which
Yeah.
is okay because I'm from Taiwan. Kind of, I can do it.
Mm.
I think it's about the language barrier that most of the time I can only understand if the conversation is in Japanese, is in
Yeah.
Japanese meeting. I think I can only understand 60% or 50% of it.
Mm.
It's getting higher, of course, the percentage, but still you have to when you have to speak in Japanese or English, especially I'm not an English native speaker.
Mm.
So for me, no matter English or Japanese, it always is a pressure, is a stress for
Yeah.
me here working abroad.
Mm.
And not to mention the challenge of the task, the difficult level. I mean,
Mm.
the task can be challenging, especially now I'm working with the stakeholders that I never worked before. They
Mm.
are not
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
engineer anymore. They are not like QA or they kind of, we know the line,
Mm.
but it's designer, very creative people. Um, so although we are all foreigners, but I think it's more challenging than working
Mm.
with Japanese teams.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess,
Mm,
I mean, the design and research itself is hard enough. And then if you're doing that in a second or third language, then it's an extra challenge that must grate on you a little bit every day. And then you have to escape to
yeah.
the mountains eventually. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Nice, nice. But you consider you want to stay in Japan? No? Yeah.
Yes, I think,
Yes.
yeah, if my family are all okay, like they're healthy, they're happy back in Taiwan, and I think I will still work here. And it's kind of my advantage. Taiwan and Tokyo is not really too far from each other. It's
Mm.
just
True, true.
3 hour flights, so
Yeah. Yeah.
not
Yeah,
like
nice, nice.
not like
Yeah,
your situation.
true, true. Australia is too far.
Mm.
Uh, awesome, awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's been amazing hearing your story. And just to finish up, if there are people listening who are living overseas, maybe they're in Taiwan and they're designers, they're researchers, they're considering coming to Japan. What do you have some advice? Like, what would you tell them if they're interested in coming to Japan?
Okay. I think maybe you already shared maybe in your previous episode, but I think Japanese language is always the biggest challenge. It still is for me now, and especially if you are a researcher, if you cannot speak really fluent Japanese like Max, how can you interview Japanese users? Not to mention you need to read the air. It's not something you can pick up quickly. So, well, if you're in your country and try to take some Japanese class
Mm.
and get yourself familiar with this culture, Japanese culture. But once I think that's the first challenge, right? And after that, well, as usual, prepare your portfolio, prepare your presentation skills when you need to do your interviews.
Yeah, all seven of them, right?
No, it's really weird. By the way, my company changed their policy. Now there's
Okay.
only 3 maximum.
Okay, yeah. Well,
It's
I mean,
just
I've had
too
7
many.
or 8 in Japanese companies before, so I think it's relatively common, yeah. But I guess that's
Okay.
common for like big tech overseas as well. Yeah. Yeah,
I
okay.
see.
But yeah, definitely I think learning Japanese is a very good piece of advice, particularly for research, but also for design, because you have to explain your thinking and your design. Um, yeah, yeah. But would you say yes? Would you recommend that people come?
Well, it really depends. If you want to, it depends what do you want for your life. If you
Mm,
want have earn more than your current job, I think you can choose America. You can go to
for
UK
money.
or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
for money,
yeah,
Japan definitely not the best choice. And you know what the how do you say the currency?
yeah,
Japan currency is getting cheaper. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. So, however, in terms of life quality, I definitely recommend Japan. The culture here is just very interesting. The food is so good here. The people basically are nice. They won't be mean to you if even they don't like you. They still be nice, and you feel everything. It's just for me, it's just comfortable here.
Mm, yeah,
So
I agree. It's very comfortable.
too comfortable.
We're about out of time, but yeah, thank you so much, Ting, for sharing your story. I'm sure many people will be yeah, very happy to hear your experience. Ting and I, for a few years, we run Tokyo UX Meetup, which is a meetup community in Tokyo. At the moment, we have like monthly events in Yotsuya. It's like a cafe meetup, casual meetup, and then we're starting to do some more events as well. There's going to be a hiking event coming up, and we also have
Mm,
design review events, like portfolio review type things. Almost 1,000 members soon, so
wow.
exciting there. But yeah, Ting was
Mhm.
very instrumental in the very beginning of setting up that community.
Okay, but sorry that I was not able to support it recently. But I think I want to maybe in the future try to do maybe some kind of activities that bring designers to the nature.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shinryoku
Yes,
for designers. Yeah,
for forest therapy, bathing, a
and
kind of
forest bathing. Yeah.
Shinrin-yoku, yeah,
Mm.
because I see a lot of after people like working in this area in this
Mm.
industry. I think I see a lot of people like me. I mean, who've experienced
Mm.
burnout
Mm.
during 30s.
Yeah.
Especially as a foreigner, it's even easier to have this kind of problem.
Mm. So
Um,
run away to the mountains together,
yeah, and
right?
actually it can boost your creativity, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
also good for your health mentally and physically.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, let's think about that.
Definitely. And
Mm.
you could, Ting was also a co-organizer for our first Shimoda design workshop last year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's another way to refresh, to go to like a beautiful countryside town in Japan and yeah,
Yeah.
meet some other passionate designers there. So yeah, lots of options when you get burnt out in Tokyo. Okay, yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you.